Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom, where we discuss tips and ideas on how you too can run your own successful webinars and market them for brand and business success. So today we're going to talk about how to write winning webinar titles and subject lines, headings that really demand attention. Do you struggle to name your webinar? Think of the topic and give it a really precise name. And subsequently, do you then struggle to create really good subject lines for your emails and then really good headings for your content, be that a blog, be that an article? So today we're going to discuss how to write winning webinar titles, subject lines, and headings that demand attention. So, you are not alone in this pursuit. I have been there many times, and after lots of trial and error, let's face it, mostly error, I've come up with a few ideas. So here's what I found. First of all, I'd like to cover the 5 types of titles, whether they're webinar titles, email subjects, or content headings, right? So there's 5 that are the most clickable, convertible types of content. Number 1 is to create a list. People love a list. The top most shared and clicked on content is a list. So that might be the top 5 ways on how to. So lists are great. The next is explain a how to, i.e. how to write winning webinar titles, email subjects, and headings. So how to is the second most clicked on convertible type of title. The third is a resource or a guide. So this would be the ultimate guide to winning formulas or the ultimate guide to gaining success. So a guide or a resource is really, really good, really, really engaging. Alternatively, we can ask a question. Are you searching for the best way to write your webinar titles? Questions work really well. Questions give us a whiffum or give our audience a whiffum and really engage. And finally, share a personal story. Bit of a heart-to-heart. So how I faced this and then overcame it. And that is a really good way to be able to engage. There's the 5 most engaging types of titles. Create a list, explain a how-to, use a resource or a guide, ask a question, and share a personal story. So that's 5. Now, once you've chosen your style that you feel really resonates, now it needs to resonate not just with you, it needs to resonate with your audience, it needs to have a purpose, and you need to think about the outcome. And once you've chosen that style of webinar title and or subject line or heading, then you can write it. Now, when we are writing it, what we need to do is add a few little tricks that really help us to demand attention. So we've gotten the style, and now we need to write. And here are some little known ways of how you can be attention demanding in your webinar titles, in your subject, email subjects, and headings. So you ready? Number 1 is a little known trick that demands attention is numbers and data. People love numbers and data. So if we're going to do a list, it could be like the top 8 ways of how to, or data, something around facts and figures. People really love that. It's really attention grabbing. Next is we want to disrupt to differentiate. So we really need to be unique in the way that we think about it. Here's the things that I've found, and really put in some unique words, unique language, and really demand that attention. Now, as far as the next one, it's actually demand attention. When we are demanding attention, we actually need to be very much around like, look over here. This is the best way to be able to do something. This is the winning formula to be able to do something. This is the unique list to be able to gain what the outcome is. So we really need to demand attention by using powerful, emotive words that really create a WIFM. WIFM meaning what's in it for me from the perspective of our users, our listeners, etc. Next, and this is my favorite thing to do, use a headline analyzing tool. I use the Co-Schedule Headline Analyzer. I'm sure there are others, but use a headline analyzing tool. Somebody's gone out there and spent years developing a winning formula. So use those winning formulas, find a headline analyzing tool such as the Co-Schedule Headline Analyzer, and then use it. So I did that for this particular heading, and I started with one heading which only gave me a score of 45, and I was able to create and recreate until I got a score of 78, and that is what I went along with. It's a really good way to be able to learn how to write winning headings, titles that really do demand attention. And finally, measure your success. So measure what gets click-throughs, what doesn't. If you're doing advertising, do some A/B testing. If you're sending out emails, do some A/B testing. Really measure success and see what it is that works and what doesn't. So those are the 5 little known tricks that demand attention. Number 1 is using numbers and data. Number 2, we need to disrupt to differentiate. Then we need to demand attention. We need to use a headline analyzing tool. And then we need to measure success. Now remember that people only have the attention span of a goldfish these days. Why? Because of this. So we need to implement these little known tricks and these proven types of titles to really demand attention and really create and write those winning webinar titles, subject lines, headings that will demand that attention. Thank you once again for tuning in to another Wednesday Wisdom, where we do share tips and ideas on how you too can run your successful webinars and build your brand and your business through the power of live events. I am Anna Osherov. Thanks again for tuning in, and remember, you were born to influence your industry. See you later.